Okay, we're looking at job 24435. It's the Kent School District Academy facility. We're looking only at asphalt. So we're looking at this property that's off of Southeast 208th Street. This property right now used to look like this, and I think this past winter, it might have even been last year, they cleared out the whole property, so nothing's there. It was all dirt. I just got down to a street level here, and you can see that the property has been cleared. Okay, so what they're doing on this is they're widening the road on Southeast 208th Street. They're going to have a couple areas where they have some trench repair to be done. One's right here and one's right next to it. That one in particular is the main focus on this. And then on site, there is, well, before I say that, on this widening, there's going to be asphalt to be done since they're widening the road. And then all the asphalt on the property is going to be done too. Majority of this asphalt is heavy duty asphalt, and then you've got some areas that are light asphalt. Okay, on the on-site property, the heavy asphalt is a 4-inch ATB, and then 4 inches of HMA, final lift on top. So those will be done in 4 different lifts. You've got two lifts of the ATB, I believe, and then you've got 2 lifts of the final HMA. So you've got 4 inches and 4 inches, so a total of 8 inches. 4 inches ATB, 4 inches of final lift. And then the light areas are just 3 inches. So on page C6.00, I'm showing you C5.01 and C5.02 because it's the overall site plan. But you'll see in the notes that there's heavy duty asphalt, and that's 4 inches of AC over 4 inches of ATB. And then you've got the shaded area that doesn't have the dots on it, and that is the 3 inches of ATB, or just 3 inches final lift. Okay, so let's go to page C6.01. You will see that all of this asphalt here is the heavy duty asphalt, and then you've got areas like this that are light gray that are 3 inch. All right, like here's an area 3 inch just on these parking stalls, but then everything else is the heavy duty asphalt, which is the ATB plus the final lift. Okay, so like I said, a majority of this has ATB on it plus a final lift. And then areas like down in here, some of these areas around their playground are just 3 inches of asphalt. So let's look at quantities for the on-site. So on the area that has 4 inches of ATB and a 4-inch final lift, the measurements are 79,368 square feet, 20,153 square feet, and 616 square feet. Of the areas that are just 3 inches of asphalt, around some of the playground area, through one section of parking, and then a couple areas where they kind of shoot off, like for instance, like right here, a couple of these spots that go off the main parking lot. Those are 9,381 square feet plus 6,471 square feet plus 1,038 square feet. Okay, the detail for this is on C6.10, but your drawings are like C6.00 to C6. I think it's 3 or something like that. Let me see here. Yeah, as I'm looking on Builders Exchange, you've got C6.00.01.02. Then your detail is on C6.10 and C6.11, but I think just the paving is on C6.10. All right, then you got the off-site work, the street improvements on Southeast 208th Street. C8.00 through C8.03 are your site plans. Majority of the work is on 208th Street, but then you also have a little bit on 108th Avenue Southeast. The detail, you'll see on each page there is a detail on the asphalt, on what's grind and overlay and what's just widening of the road. But on C8.10 and C8.11, you'll see more detail about the asphalt, how to do the trench work, how to do the grind and overlay. Okay, so looking at C8.00, you'll see how the road starts to widen. That's this location right here at this intersection. The road is getting widened all the way down. So what they're doing is they are widening the road, and we're just going to put in the asphalt here on the widening part. We'll also do a little trench repair, and then in final, we'll do a grind and overlay over the entire entire section, which is really just half of the roadway. This is the center line to the main road. Okay, I'm not adding any striping or anything. We're just doing asphalt. Okay, so on Southeast 208th Street, on pages C8.00, 02, and 03, the detail calls out on 68.10 to do a 6-inch depth. That is my understanding. I'll need some clarification on that. I asked Joe to take a look, but to make sure that I'm understanding it correctly. But it looks like it's a 4-inch lift and then a 2-inch lift on the top. That 2-inch lift is going to be part of that grind and overlay as well. But here is the dimensions: 5,023 square feet plus 8,260 square feet plus 2,211 square feet. Those dimensions I gave are for all the areas you see in gray, the shaded area closest to the property where they're doing the road widening. Okay, and you can see how it tapers down here because the road's already as wide as it can go as you get down to the intersection where what street, where 108th Avenue Southeast is, and that's this road right here. Okay, so I've given you that portion of it. On C8.01, you have on Southeast 208th Street, there is some trench work going across the road here. And per the detail on C8.11, wherever there's a trench, we're supposed to go 50 foot on center of the trench on each side. So 50 foot this direction, 50 foot this direction, and we're supposed to replace all the asphalt. And that is that area right there in particular is 6,275 square feet on that trench restoration in order to go all the way across the road here. You can see the line here and the line there. I double checked. That's 50 feet on one side and 50 feet on the other. And you go all the way down across the road. And you're supposed to do 2 inches of rock, 6 inches of asphalt. Okay, so we'll have to put in 2-inch rock, 6-inch asphalt. So what does that mean? I believe when they go to do this trench work, we're going to have to remove 6 inches of asphalt, 2 inches of dirt, and then put back 2 inches of rock and 6 inches of asphalt on placement. On C8.11, here's the detail. As you zoom in here, it's probably hard to see, but on this detail right here, try to click on it, where there's a trench, you've got 50 feet in one direction, 50 feet in the other. And it says that, I believe that's what you do for arterials. It's 35 feet if it's just regular city street, but I believe this is arterial since that's what it shows on the site plan. Okay. And then in the end, we'll do a final 2-inch grind and overlay, and I'll give you those dimensions here in a second. Here's another detail on that same page on C8.11 where it discusses whenever they're putting, drain pipe in or whatever they're doing, that you got 50 feet on both sides. You've got 4 inches to 8 inches of asphalt, and then you got an additional 2 inches on the top. Okay, so that's why I've got the 6 inches in there right now. And then 2 inches of rock below. Okay, and on C8.00 through C8.03, you will see the cross-hatched area that's right here, which when you look up into detail, here up on this detail, it shows asphalt overlay. Okay. An asphalt overlay is where my arrow is right here. All of that is a 2-inch grinding overlay plus grinding overlay on top of this road widening, I believe. So I measured both. I measured this area that they've designated for overlay, and then I also assumed that we're going to be overlaying the entire half of the road from here to there. It shows in the details on right below on each page how you've got the center of the road, you've got the 2-inch grinding overlay on one of the lanes here, at least, or that's 2 lanes, that's 20 feet. And then you've got this area where the road has been widened. My assumption is that we are doing the 2-inch grinding overlay on the entire half of the road once that widening is done. Okay, so grinding overlay quantities here. We've got on Southeast 208th Street, we've got 9,174 square feet, plus 11,042 square feet, plus 10,142 square feet, plus 5,023 square feet, plus 8,260 square feet, plus 2,211 square feet. Then on 108th Avenue Southeast, there's also some grinding overlay to be done. That's 4,332 square feet and 4,427 square feet. As far as labor on this, I probably would like to discuss it with our team to figure out what our capabilities are. I would imagine when the road is widened, that would be one day on 208th Street. Might be one day of, we won't have to do any of the removal. It'll just be ready to pave. So it'll be one day of paving on the days, on this day when we go to put in the asphalt for the road widening. Then I would imagine there's going to be another day of doing repair on this trench restoration on that area. I imagine that would be a day. And then we're probably looking at a grinding overlay on 208th Street. I'm going to assume that might be, I don't know if that's going to be 1 or 2 days on that. It looks like it would be 2 days. Maybe one day for 108th Avenue, and then one day for Southeast 208th Street. I could be wrong. Maybe that's 2 days for all the grinding overlay on 208th Street, and then another day, or one day on this 108th Avenue Southeast. Okay, I think that's it. That's all the asphalt quantities that I have right now. Any other questions, let me know. I believe this is part of this work's going to be this year, and then probably the final lift is going to end up being 2021.